Okay, this is for the international community. Just to let you know what's going on in Mauritius today, a minister is being tried in court for, how do you say that, fake jobs, for creating fake jobs and for taking the salary of somebody who said that the person was not aware that the job had been created for her. And because the minister is being brought in court today, the government closed the streets around the court. And actually it was supposed to be last week, at the end of last year, and the minister refused to enter the box of accused. He just plainly refused to get in, and nothing happened that day. And today the magistrate said that he has to come back to court and enter the box of accused. Now there's been mobilization of SMF, the Special Mobile Force, which is the equivalent that we have of an army, and there's been Special Support Unit Police, SSUs, and they've blocked the streets of the capital. They've closed the church that is behind me, and let me just show you what's going on in the streets. They just arrested somebody a few minutes earlier. So there are guards who are armed with their weapons visible. There was one guy with his pistol in his close to his chest earlier on. This is the police. This is the SSU. And earlier on, I was walking with the lawyers, with a team of lawyers that we are now calling the Avengers, and they are the one going against the minister. I was supposed to go with them into the court, which is what I intended to do, and they thought I was going to be allowed in with them, but we were stopped at the door and no such thing happened. We didn't get in. Okay, so now there are policemen on the inside where there's supposed to be people here up front. This is the court. Far away there you've got the equivalent that we have of a RIOT police. Fortunately, everybody is calm. We're not even protesting, we're not even shouting. As you can see, everything is silent. We're protesting silently. Let me just show you the vehicles of the Special Mobile Force. Here. There's a guy taking pictures there of all of us. He's hiding behind a book. These are the trucks, the armored trucks of the Special Mobile Force. Don't call me when I'm loud, please. So there you go. This is what's happening in Mauritius. So there's a law lecturer, I think he's head of the Department of I'm live, sorry. Mr. Rajan, would you like to give us a declaration of what's happening in Mauritius in English?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, what we see...
First, introduce yourself.
Yeah, Rajan Narsingen, a senior lecturer at the University of Mauritius, and also a social worker. So what we see this morning, we've got a crowd coming to support the team of lawyers defending Mrs. Kislen, who has made serious allegations against the minister. And fortunately, yesterday, for the first time, I think the police put in place some regulations which, according to me, are against the Constitution. Firstly, against Section 1 of the Constitution, Section 10, subsection 9 of the Constitution, Section 15, which guarantees the right of movement. And as you know, Section 10, subsection 9 of the Constitution guarantees that all cases in a case has to be, the magistrate has to give access to the public It is only in rare circumstances where you can try to not allow the journalists or members of the public to get access. And also it is a disguised state of emergency. What the police has done with the regulations, it is a disguised state of emergency. Because as per section 18 of our constitution in Mauritius, as you know, you have to follow certain strict procedures. The president has to make a proclamation, and over and above that, if you want to extend it, then you have to go to parliament. You have to get a majority of 3/4. So unfortunately, Mauritius has become one of the worst democracies, one of the worst countries in the world, especially in Africa. As you know, at one time, Mauritius was a star in terms of human rights, in terms of democracy. Unfortunately, today, we are in a sort, not in a sort of, but we are squarely in a sort of dictatorship. And this is unacceptable by all standards. Before, previous prime ministers have been taken to task, and they are not, again, respecting the rule of law. Because whether you are ex-prime minister, prime minister, minister, you are just like the ordinary people. When you are being accused, the police will have to allow people to get access to the court, unfortunately.
And to the church.
And the church. This is we are on a private premises, and we see there is a policing of these private premises. And this is another breach of the constitution and constitutional rights of people. And that's very unfortunate. What Mauritius was and what Mauritius is now, it is simply unacceptable. Fortunately, we got some courageous people, some people who are brave enough to stand up, but while complying with the law. So the public will have to know that they have to comply with the law. We've got the Public Gathering Act. Nothing precludes members of the public to be in a group of 10, 9, to be on the street, complying with the Public Gathering Act. And the police has to know about it. They cannot arrest people without justification. And whatever measures are taken, it has to be justifiable in a democratic society. Unfortunately, some people have tried to get an injunction from the court, but the time is too short to get an injunction. Hopefully, there will be a main case against all these undemocratic measures and all these measures breaching human rights. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Narsingen. All right, so that was Rajan Narsingen, and he just explained how this is a problem for democracy in Mauritius, this whole setup, this whole mobilization here, this whole blocking of the streets, that it's not really constitutional and that our rights are being trampled upon. So that's it. Share this video internationally. Let the world know what is going on in Mauritius today. Let the world know how our laws, our democracy is not being respected in our country. Let the world know how in Mauritius there is a law for the people and then there's another law for the ministers, because they can do pretty much whatever they want, and they have the police to help them in their endeavors. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.